Mom, I'm sorry. I can't empty the dishwasher. I'm drafting a couple of big board teams. I love you.
Oh, another Influencer 101 for the backward hats, bro. Rigged!
Zach Ertz with no Tyler Algier bringback? Yikes.
You reached a round for correlation? That's a no-no. You ADP bros disgust me. How about you just live a little? Handcuffing might actually be a way to get unique if the field's avoiding it.
The Wi-Fi at this resort is a disaster?
These fucking streamers don't have player takes.
What if a piss boy draft is the room you need?
Oh!
GM. Good morning, Chris. Good morning, Jordan. Cullen here saying, "What is up, you ideological piss boys?" Yeah, can we get some non-piss boys in my drafts this morning? That would be nice. It'd be fun if I wasn't forced to take Jonathan Taylor and Bijan Robinson to start my draft like I did last week. That really got my morning off on a bad foot. I have seen this, Andrew. Andrew, of course, breaking news. Dun-dun-dun. Underdog released the rookie and sophomores drafts this morning. That has the juices flowing. Great way to start off the week. Yes, I do like the rookies and sophomore draft, but today we are going to be drafting big board teams. I have a feeling this week on Ship Chasing, on Splash Play, we might dabble with some of the rookie and sophomore drafts. But today we do big board drafts. We need those full 20 rounds. GM Adam, GM Paul, GM C-Rock, Alex, hello, GMs. The fam is doing well. Thank you, B-Jet. GM Nick, what is up, Aaron? Anthony wants to see the return of value Hound Pete in this draft. You know, I will say, I think in general, I definitely become more of a slave to ADP as the season goes on deep into Best Ball Mania season. I am not living a little, much to David Kitchen's chagrin. But early on in these drafts, I have no problem reaching a good chunk ahead of ADP for guys, especially after we get past like round 6 or 7. It does truly feel like such a free-for-all with how we are collectively sorting these players. But I will try to scoop some value for you guys. It is breakfast time, Willis. All we have had this morning are a couple cups of coffee, and we're about to have a big board for breakfast, which reminds me, it is time to pour our coffee. Last week, I need to make sure this is on because last week I spilled coffee all over myself. I believe I have my coffee pot. No errors today, please. That was a beautiful coffee pour. No spills, kept the splash to a minimum. It's so sick with this coffee stuff because I'm getting up so early now. You know, April's normally up by like 6:30 or 7. Which maybe for some of you, that's not early. Maybe some of you guys have the Mark Wahlberg schedule, like the one I wrote about in the P.O. Box newsletter where these guys get up at 4 a.m. to get shit done. But the point I'm trying to make is now that I'm getting up earlier, I'm normally going through our cup of coffee or our pot of coffee with Lauren by, 8 a.m. And then I go, all right, I need to go make another pot of coffee. It's now the bit pot. I need the bit pot of coffee for the stream, for the pour. So I just want you to know that I'm out here brewing more coffee and more caffeine than I realistically need just so you ASMR freaks can enjoy that coffee pour in the morning. What up? We got Ron Stewart in the house. Ron Stewart, great YouTuber. Check out Ron. ADP doesn't matter. Thank you, David Kitchen. I didn't pour it on my pants. I was successful. See, Chris knows what it's like. It's not early when you have kids. Dan says my 1-year-old apparently has the Mark Wahlberg schedule. I miss your username being Pete Overbet, Dan. I do miss that. Get bits done. That's right. Speaking of which, got some good feedback on the first edition of the P.O. Box newsletter. Gonna get those out on Fridays. Those of you who read the newsletter saw that there was a form in there to enter to win the signed football from J.J. Watt that I have back here, or the Watt brothers, I should say, both Watt brothers. And if you are subscribed to the newsletter and you fill out that form, basically I needed to get your name because I didn't want to put everyone's email on a wheel and then dox your email. So I did have to get your name to protect your identity. But if you are subscribed to the newsletter, you fill out that form, I will do the stream or the giveaway a week from today. On next week's Best Ball Breakfast, I will draw the winner for that football over my shoulder. I pinned it here in the chat. The link's down below. Also, once you subscribe, you can read old editions. So you can subscribe, check out last Friday's and we will keep going. I'm also going to, I think, debut a fun new piece of merch that I've been working on. I think I will debut that in the P.O. Box newsletter on Friday as well. Excited for you guys to see that. All right. Let's see here. Can you do an XFL first look? You know, I've been playing XFL, been dabbling. I got my ass handed to me this weekend. Did not play well, but we are attacking some of these XFL slates. Those of you guys who are YouTube members in the Hand Builders and Opto Bros tier, we've been sharing the Run the Sims rates and trying to grind some of this XFL action. I need to hop in the showdown streets though, because I have not been doing well. FU says, did you see the AJ Brown tweet? Yes, we should pull this up real quick because this was absolutely incredible. So we had AJ Brown explicitly referencing the Denny Carter tweet, the infamous tweet of how various NFL players tweet based on their position. And we did, of course, have AJ Brown quoting Denny Carter, "The enemy speaks kindly, it holds a knife." Absolutely incredible, incredible stuff here from Denny Carter now getting quoted. And I believe Denny is actually blocked by AJ Brown on Twitter. So him getting tagged in a tweet he won't be able to see is just a beautiful way to start this Monday morning. He's definitely in on the bit. He is definitely in on the bit. Well, you know what? It's just, we're just entering this new era. You know, NFL guys are, you know, content creators. They now are referencing our tweets. It's a beautiful time to be alive. It's a beautiful time to be alive. All right. We are going to hop in a draft now, and we're going to draft a big board team. Let's do it. Let's do it. You guys already filled this because you are sickos. What's our fill rate right now? We're at 37.4%. This is so sick. This is so sick. How long has this been open? Has it been open, what, 2 weeks now? So we're probably this will be filled in what, a month, we think? End of March? Like April 1st. This seems like it's going to be filled by April 1st, right? Goodness. Influencer 1-3. Lots of badge bros out today. We got Paul. Shit, yeah, the Achievers. We got G. We got Dab. We got Thanks Obama. Merlonio. Larry Bird in the house. Sam. All right. Way too many badges for my liking. Hang on. Let's DJ says this is disgusting. There's literally still hockey on. I got to give a shout out to DJ because let's see here. I head over to my pick'em results from last night. Look at this. This is a DJ special right here. I've been tailing DJ on Twitter. DJ, drop your Twitter handle in here. He's been sharing hockey slips. He is the preeminent hockey thought leader, and he's hit a couple of these 5-leg bombs recently. So I default to DJ on all things hockey pick'em. I tail him on Twitter. Dude just giving us winners out here, boosting my big board bankroll with these hockey pick'ems. So shout out to DJ. All right. Am I on the clock? Am I already going to get, yeah. All right. I believe this is my first Jamar Chase share of big board season. Has not worked out for me to get Jamar Chase until now. So I will happily select Jamar Chase. Yeah, sorry, Andy. Andy said he was going to try to hop in our draft this morning, but the nimble fingers of the badge bros are just too quick. Looks like we got an overflow draft filled. Sorry, not sorry is here from the 5 slot. You're Larry Bird. All right, all right. What's up, Mike? Love your energy this morning. Yeah. All DJ does is provide his hockey shippers. Dan is heading to a legal underdog state in a week, which is also a legal bud state. Can't wait to use promo code Pete at the deposit and the dispensary. I know I need to work with what? It's our guy Crack Rock who has the dispensary out here in Western Mass. You need to get the promo code Pete for when you go get your Crankin' Purple strain of bud. Appreciate you, Dan. Dan, of course, reminding everyone that you can always use promo code Pete for a $100 deposit match on underdogfantasy.com. Sacrilegious, woke up too late to hop in, but now I can watch the Avalanche from a safe distance. The Avalanche is already starting. Once Amon-Ra St. Brown goes in the first round, you know the Avalanche has commenced. Once Garrett Wilson and T. Higgins go at the 1-2 turn, you know we are in the thick of it, so might as well.
Oh, dear God.
We had quite the piss boy draft on ship chasing last week too. I believe this screenshot. If I recall correctly, this feels like a fever dream. But if someone checks the tape, I believe we took Chris Olave instead of Austin Eckler to avoid getting buried by a wide receiver Avalanche. The Avalanche was real. Whether you should take Chris Olave over Austin Eckler, that's up for debate. I would say that is an example of being an ideological piss boy or just trying to keep your head above an Avalanche. All right, so things have chilled out a little bit here. We have Austin Eckler go pick 15, Jonathan Taylor 17, Bijan 18, Barkley 19. We are a couple picks away, and the wide receivers have gotten cleared out. I wonder if this room puts me at an interesting spot for quarterback. I have not gotten any shares of these elite quarterbacks. I wonder if now would be a time to do that or not. I was going to take DK Metcalf if Sam didn't. I do really like Olave though, and I have a feeling I'm going to like either one of the quarterbacks or running backs available to me at my next pick. So I am just going to go ahead and grab Olave, make sure I don't get buried here, and then we will reassess here at 3-3. What? Nick says the overflow isn't bad. Only 9 wide receivers in the first round. What did we have here? Okay. Yeah. Only 1 non-pass catcher in our first round here. Christian McCaffrey. Mike wants me to take Kenneth Walker. Kenneth Walker is a guy I am not going to be taking at his current ADP. He's a guy I want to see how the draft plays out. I feel like he's being drafted very close to his ceiling. And we didn't really get to see much of him in a backfield with competition with Rashad Penny out. I just feel like he's someone who might not have a full bell cow role, or they bring in a pass catching back. Pete Carroll does something crazy. They let Penny walk and they draft another running back early. I don't know. I just feel like there's too many ways things can go south for Kenneth Walker that I just don't necessarily love it. Should I do the Joe Burrow to Jamar Chase stack here? I do really feel like I'm going to like the wide receivers that are available at a lot of spots. I feel gross taking Burrow here 1 pick after Hurts. That just doesn't feel right. We're just going to keep pissing for now. We're going to keep pissing. We're going to take Deebo Samuel. So our start right now, Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Deebo Samuel. Although you guys probably won't let me get Trey Lance in this room. Mike Murray just shouting running backs at me. Kenneth Walker, Josh Jacobs, Pete, I'm begging you, take a running back. Matt Montel, I'm sure it's been discussed, but who was the last rookie running back to go this high in draft? CH, or am I forgetting someone? Oh, you mean projected before the NFL draft? I mean, over the years we had, when Barkley came into the league, when Zeke came into the league, when Barkley, all those guys were first round picks. I believe Leonard Fournette was way back too when the Jags selected him high. But in recent memory, I mean, Jonathan Taylor got up to like the 2-3 turn was almost as high as Jonathan Taylor got. So in this era where the running backs aren't going in the top 10 real picks of the NFL draft, it's a little harder for them to find their way into the first round. But assuming the draft spot for Bijan isn't disastrous, and I don't even know what would be disastrous for him necessarily, I do think he is going to settle as like a 1-2 turn pick, back end of round 1 pick, once the summer rolls around. Ryan Matthews, that's a throwback, man. That was a throwback. Chargers spent what? They took him like 24th or 25th overall, and just a colossal bust. I guess he was a bust. He had some injury stuff, but man, Ryan Matthews was a very big tease. And then they ran it back with the Melvin Gordon selection. Nick says, I forget, did the Deposit Kingdom do anything for March Madness last year? I think we got a bracket going. Maybe we did something with Lulz. I remember we did an episode on Lulz about March Madness, but we can get a March Madness bracket going. I'd be happy to put that together. Maybe we give out some merch rewards for the top prize. Someone remind me when that rolls around, and I will get that organized, and I can share it in the announcements section of the Deposit Kingdom Discord, where you guys should all be hanging out. We've got lots of activity picking up in the Best Ball channels and the Badge Bros channels. Everyone frothy for draft season. We got the Ship Chasing Premium channel in there as well. So anyone interested in talking Best Ball drafts, talking prospects, highly recommend hopping in the Deposit Kingdom Discord. The link down below. Oh, that's right. Historical Anomaly. We did a Ship Chasing Dynasty startup, and we used how we finished in a March Madness bracket to determine the draft order. That was fun. Benjamin says, what's up? Are you drafting any Russ this year? I'm not opposed to drafting Russ. Definitely not opposed to that. Let's see here. I do not mind TJ Hawkinson at this price. Pick 410. I also really like Drake London. I could get sniped on one of these tight ends, depending on what Pius and Over the Rhine do. I'm going to go ahead and grab Drake London and then see if Hawkinson or Kittle come back to me. If not, I feel like I might go for an anchor running back with Pollard or Swift. Ben says a lot of unstacked in drafts. Oh, let's see. Someone was asking me about Russell Wilson. Yeah, I'm not opposed to Russell Wilson. I think on some teams where I have taken Judy or Sutton, I've definitely made sure to grab him as a stacking partner. He's kind of in that, floating QB ADP range, right? With like Tua and who else is in that range? Kyler Murray, Geno are all going in there. So I don't mind taking stabs at him. It does feel like there's upside there. All right, let's do Kittle. And now we got our San Francisco bet going here. So through 5 rounds, just what the people want. They want a true piss boy draft. We started Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Deebo Samuel, Drake London, and George Kittle. We will not get buried by this avalanche. Andy, where is Bijan getting mocked right now? I've seen it all over the place. Generally he's getting mocked like picks 20 to 30. I have seen, your Bills stuff, your Chiefs stuff. I've now seen, there's teams that could let their current starters walk, depending on how the Dallas backfield shakes out. I've seen people say, hey, let Zeke and Pollard go and draft Bijan. I've seen stuff with people saying that about the Bengals, if they were to let both Mixon and P. Ryan walk. So I feel like there's a lot of different places he could end up right now, but it seems like he's going to go, no later than maybe like pick 25 or something. Ron says no interest in 4-5 turn Lamar, one of the early QBs I keep taking. No, I've taken a lot of Lamar. He's actually probably my highest owned quarterback. I am just trying to navigate this room specifically. And because I've also set up some Niner stuff, I have Drake London. I'm probably setting myself up for a 3 late quarterback build. Yeah, I think it'd be so stupid from like a team building standpoint for the Bills to do that. It's just like, how many times have we seen this played out, right? Where the Chiefs tried that. They're like, hey, we have the Super Bowl caliber team, and then we'll draft fucking CEH with our 1st round pick. And it's just such an albatross that kills them. And they're still working their way out from it, thinking about, man, one, they could have taken Jonathan Taylor or DeAndre Swift. So they completely missed the running back evaluation, but it could have also been a pass catcher that they really could have used. And same with the Bills. I mean, They spend a draft pick on James Cook. They spent a 3rd round pick on him. They trade for Nyheim Hines. Devin Singletary, I still think, is an above average back. I think it'd be silly to spend on that when they are so in desperate need of a second legit pass catcher. Like, use that pick on one of these wide receivers. Don't blow it on Bijan, but whatever. Let's see here. I will take, if Sam allows me here, I will definitely take Jahmyr Gibbs, but Jahmyr Gibbs goes. Let's see. What other running backs do we like in this range? Probably going, this feels all pretty flat to me. I do not have a Treylon Burks share yet. I'm going to keep loading up. We're going to keep loading up, and then I think I'll be able to get one of these running backs that I like coming back. Or I just keep taking wide receivers. I like how every time I'm trying to talk myself into not taking a pass catcher, and then I keep taking a pass catcher. Holy cow, Benjamin. No wonder you care about Russ. Ben says Russ was on 79% of your 1,500 best ball drafts last year. I'm running it back turbo this year. You are sick. This is sick on, this might be one of the most absurd statements I've ever seen. Like, it just keeps getting more absurd. 1, he was on 79% of your teams. Mind blown. 2, you did 1,500 best ball drafts. Mind blown again. 3rd, you're running it back turbo. You're a sick fish, Ben. You're an absolutely sick fish. Shit. I might just keep pissing. I said I was going to take one of these running backs, and then I'm sitting here staring. I'm reading about Javonte Williams rehab. It sounds pretty bad. I'm starting to get a little spooked, even though this seems like a fair price. Quentin Johnson or Rashad Bateman, though, are looking pretty nice. Today in the Fantasy Life newsletter, Jonathan, you guys know him as RKFD, wrote up a little profile on Quentin Johnson. I needed a rookie on this team, guys. It was starting to look a little old. This team was starting to look like they were getting a discount at the Sizzler. Had to add some youth. Drake Glennon and Treylon Burks were just a little too old for my taste. Sacrilegious says, get help, Benjamin. Somebody loves you. That's right, Sam. Shout out Sam Berman. Underdogs, Sam Berman. No running backs for the culture. That's right. I know. I should take David Pierce. I should start taking David Pierce. I need to start thinking about David Pierce as the Dameon Pierce who we saw be a great runner in this season, this past season, as opposed to Dameon Pierce, the prospect, who initially was a 13th round value last year and then screamed all the way up into the 6th and 7th round as an unknown asset. I'm sorry, guys. I'm just having fun pissing yellow. I can't win with you guys, though, because if I take 2 running backs early like I did last week, you guys start to say, Pete, you've changed. What are you doing, Pete? I miss the old Pete. I miss the piss boy Pete. But then I just start pissing yellow, and people are screaming in the chat at me, Walker, Jacobs, Dameon Pierce, Pete, select a running back. What are you doing? Yeah, who knows? Maybe if I wear myself out, tucker myself out on this draft, maybe I'll have the bot take over for draft number 2. Yeah, this is an interesting one. I've seen some people say that they think Brian Robinson is a really good value in drafts. What is his current price right now? Brian Robinson going at pick 100 here. So he's going around a couple of rookies, Charbonnet, Khalil Herbert, Rashad White, AJ Dillon. I prefer these 3 guys after him, Herbert, Rashad White, AJ Dillon. My thing with Brian Robinson is he wasn't very efficient. He was not catching passes. Maybe Antonio Gibson leaves. Maybe that role grows. I think the Brian Robinson selling point is the Commanders take a big leap this year with Sam Howell, and he scores a bunch of 1-yard touchdowns. I guess at pick 100, that's not atrocious, but I don't know. It's not my favorite profile to take. And again, it's also the kind of profile I want to avoid pre-NFL draft, where if they bring in a really good pass catching running back in the draft or free agency, I don't know who that would be in free agency, but I just feel like there's ways that he gets cheaper between now and the start of the season rather than his value increases? Like, what would increase? Because this ADP, I assume, is almost already baking in Antonio Gibson leaving or not being a big factor. So I don't know. It seems like fairly priced to me. It's just not the type of back I normally like to select there. Look at this board. Look at this board. This is why you piss yellow. I do not see a single wide receiver at the top of my queue right now for the audio listeners. These are the names at the top: Dak Prescott, Deshaun Watson, Miles Sanders, James Conner, James Cook, Zach Charbonnet, Kirk Cousins, Tua, Njoku, Brian Robinson, Daniel Jones, Herbert, Rashad White, Schultz, AJ Dillon. Did someone already take Trey Lance? Which of you assholes took Trey Lance? God damn it, Paul. Paul, what are you doing? Paul, why? Why? You get Justin Herbert. Oh, because you took Brandon Ayuk at pick 60? Paul, didn't you hear there's all kinds of options for taking quarterbacks late? Why? Why, Paul? All right. Regroup, Peter. It's time to regroup. Is there anything quarterback-wise I need to do here? I don't have any potential stacks. Probably take Miles Sanders. We're going to take Miles Sanders because Sam's in the chat. Resident Eagles homer, although maybe he leaves. We're going to take Miles Sanders because we need bodies. We need bodies. Oh, shit. You're right. Is this going to be one of the few times I end up being forced to take Brock Purdy? Someone snipe me on Brock Purdy so I don't have to take Brock Purdy as my QB3. I'm begging you. Yeah, we were, Pat and I were going back and forth on ship chasing. Pat's trying to FUD Trey Lance. He's probably trying to do the old FUD it so he can get him cheaper. Classic trick. I'm not buying it. I'm just telling you the truth. And that's Trey Lance is a good pick. Unless you're Paul taking him as your second quarterback at pick 85, in which case it's an awful pick. Way overpriced. What are you doing, Paul? Do I need to bite the bullet and take one of these QBs? I really don't like taking Tua unstacked. I guess I could take Dak. Dak's probably a pretty good value at this point. If I'm going to spray and pray at QB2 and QB3, I think I should probably select one of these guys. Let's take Dak. Here you go. Someone wanted me to value Hound. Dak Prescott, ADP of 81.6. Peter Overzet selecting him at pick 99. Dare I say, oh, jeez. I have a very prepubescent howl. More coffee. There it is. There it is. More coffee, more caffeine, just what I need. Getting absolutely lit up on caffeine to start my week. Yeah, Chris says, keep the howl low, can't wake the baby. That statement presupposes that my small child sleeps during the day. And look, I am not going to complain. I am not going to complain because she sleeps incredible at night. But this girl does not sleep during the day. She's basically an adult. She wants to party all day and sleep all night. So I'm not going to complain. But I'm telling you, on the weekend, when you're just trying to get a few things done, and this child refuses to take a nap, we're out there howling together. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. She's going to be up. Thank you, Anthony. Cheers. Cheers to all my value hounds out there. How are my other piss boys doing in this draft? Shit, yeah, the Achievers went 4 rounds. Amon-Ra, Jalen Waddle, Christian Watson, Jerry Jeudy, and then took the detour for DeAndre Swift. Was anyone else pissing with me? Paul did the anchor with Travis Etienne in the 3rd round. Hasn't selected a running back since, but we don't like to talk about Paul after the Trey Lance snipe. Larry Bird went with the double elite QB early. Tyreek Hill, Mahomes, Joe Burrow. See, now that's a ballsy one for me there. Like when I take Tyreek, I don't mind taking one of Mahomes or Burrow or whatever if you want to get your elite quarterback, but I probably would have sat on Tua knowing, Like, you're making such a big bet on Tyreek, and you don't have Joe Burrow stacked with 2 of his best pass catchers. So I prefer to just use this on another position and then get Tua, knowing that you're probably going to be pretty correlated with Hill's success to Tyreek's. Or sorry, to Tua's. I like this value on Jahmyr Gibbs that Sam got. I would have definitely have taken him at pick 70. I feel like Gibbs is going to be a 5th round, 4 or 5 turn pick after the draft. I don't know what to do with, I mean, I hate selecting Deshaun Watson just out of principle, but even objectively, like, I don't know what to do with this guy. I mean, he was awful. I'm never like excited about stacking up Deshaun Watson. I guess this is like a fine range for him to go, but I mean, I'd still rather have Tua. I'd obviously rather have Lance, rather have Dak. I just don't know what to do with Deshaun. Paul, you are late. We're going to need to have a talk about this, but he says, I need to have my office coordinate these Monday mornings with Pete. Look, I'm going to be consistent. Monday morning, 10 a.m., you, me, a bunch of our piss boy friends, drafting, guzzling caffeine. Sorry, not sorry. I'm 60 drafts in. I was trying to get weird. I rarely ever take elite QBs. Look, you don't have to be sorry. In fact, you can be not sorry. I'm just filling time, man. I'm just chewing up airtime, just bullshitting, just looking at some drafts, firing off some hot takes, just vibing, man. Just straight vibing. Oh, no. Pete, I think I'm just having a better version of your draft. Drop the team in the chat, Andy. Get those nimble fingers out and list who your team is, and I will let you know if you're having a better version of my draft. I will let you know. What's the schedule this week? The schedule. Let me pull up my schedule. Tomorrow we will do Splash Play in the afternoon. We will do the club with Andy. At 4:30. Shit, I'm on the clock. You're trying to distract me by asking my schedule. Of course, Brian Robinson's at the top of the queue after I said I would not take him. After I said I am out on him. Let's do AJ Dillon. I don't mind AJ Dillon at pick 118. All right, Andy's DMing me a screenshot of his team. This lazy guy can't even type out his roster. All right, he has, oh, God, okay. DK Metcalf, Deebo Samuel, Keenan Allen, Jordan Addison, Rashad Bateman. Oh, and Christian McCaffrey, and Trey Lance, and George Kittle. Fuck off, Andy. I don't want to look at this. There's an alternate reality where I'm in the overflow draft, and I'm getting Trey Lance and George Kittle and CMC and Deebo. I'm tilting. I'm absolutely tilting. All right, this is another gross range of the draft. Am I going to be forced to take Brian Robinson? Is this what I'm going to do? This is what is so sick. This dynamic plays out far too often. Someone asked me about a player I'm down on. I FUD him, and now all of a sudden he slips 20 picks past ADP, and I'm fucking legally required to take him. It's just ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Do as I say, not as I do. Woo, Brian Robinson. And this isn't just like a Corain trick where he's talking shit about Trey Lance so he can get him cheaper. I don't want Brian Robinson. But eventually, there comes a point where the inner value hound takes over. I don't even have control of my faculties anymore. I'm not the one dictating what my hands and my eyes and my brain do. At some point, the primal value hound in me takes over and selects Brian Robinson. Great story. Great story. Jay Chang, I missed the draft pod with Pete, and now I have to stalk him on all the streams asking when's the next draft. Well, Jay Chang, you don't have to stalk me. You can know that I draft every morning, maybe during the summer, every Monday morning at 10 a.m. Also, I should let you know, this is a little hack, and I am going to be trying to be better about it with the newsletter, letting you guys know on the schedule. On my site, I actually have my live schedule because it pipes into my Google Calendar. And this is a little cheat code too, because I will even update the guest on my Google Calendar. So if you ever want to go to peteroverzet.com and you scroll down to the schedule, you can see best ball breakfast today, 10 to 11:30, splash play tomorrow, 2:30, 3:30, CTS, 4:36, ship chasing, lulls with chess is okay. You can even have some of the guests spoiled for you. So you can keep tabs on me over on my schedule there. That's the little hack. That is the hack, Jay Chang. Jay Chang came into the chat last week when I was doing a baseball draft, a dinger draft on Underdog, my first baseball draft. The title of the video was Pete's First Baseball Draft. And Jay Chang came in the chat and said, are you going to do a big board draft today? Read the title, Jay Chang. I was doing a baseball draft. And it was very fun. It was very fun. I do recommend checking it out. The Badge Bros guys put together a cheat sheet for me. I also made a clip of this where they basically compared all of the NFL best ball terms that we know and love. Piss and yellow, 0 RB, week 17 correlation, stacking, robust RB. And they gave me the baseball equivalent for all of those things, which really helped me understand all of it. Although there was one point where they were trying to come up with a comp for a player. And Nez said it was Will Fuller, and then someone else said it was Christian McCaffrey, and then they lost me. All right, what are we going to do here? I feel like at this point, Kyler Murray is a good risk-reward proposition. I feel like Kyler Murray is a good risk-reward proposition here. I'm value hounding the shit out of this. Pick 142. I actually had a quote that I included in today's Fantasy Life newsletter from the the owner of the Cardinals. And he seemed pretty bullish on Kyler's timeline. He said, I think his return is going to be earlier than this mid-season. So hopefully it's toward the beginning of the season, but I don't want to put on any specific dates. There could be setbacks. The progress could be slow, but he's a young man. It looks like he is a fast healer. Things are going well. Let's hope that keeps going the way it is. So I don't know. That's enough for me to take Kyler Murray at pick 142, a full 25 picks past ADP. We're out here value hounding. Spoiler alert, Jordan. If you saw on my calendar where I said till 11:30, maybe you can read between the lines that I'm down to go for 2 drafts today. This is true, Chris. Inside you, there are 2 wolves. One is a value hound. The other hates Brad Robinson. All right, let's take a running back. Or do we stack Dak with Gallup? That doesn't seem that fun. Kareem Hunt, A-Chain. I need a rookie. I got rookie fever. And there ain't no cure. A-Chain, come down. All right, here's the squad so far through 13 rounds. Dak Prescott and Kyler at quarterback. Our 0 RB room, Miles Sanders, first running back taken at pick 94 for us. A.J. Dillon, Brian Robinson, Devin A-Chain. Our wide receivers are pretty sick. Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Deebo Samuel, Drake London, Traylon Burks, Quentin Johnson, tight end George Kittle. That's right. When in doubt, always take the rookie. KZ says, I put the phone down and only listened. I don't know how the audio listeners do it. It's just Pete getting mad. I mean, I'm going to put that on the testimonials for the show. Tune in for Best Ball Breakfast every Monday morning at 10 a.m. where Pete pours coffee and gets mad. Christopher, did I already miss the Best Ball draft? We are 13 rounds through our first draft. I've already promised the people one more draft after this. So get your nimble fingers ready if you're looking to draft with me later. Omar says that I'm playing chess while you guys are all playing checkers. He says, what a masterclass. Pete took it personally when we asked for the value hand, manipulating the room to get extreme value. You love to see it. I know, Tyler, there's no quarterback or wide receiver stacks because everyone is screwing with my plans. Andy just took Sky in the overflow draft. He really is having a better draft. This is like, it's one thing when we're drafting and you guys are lusting after another team. You're like, oh, wow, look at Iowa's inverted's draft. Oh, that's such a nice draft. It's one thing when you're getting distracted by another team on the same board. It's a whole other thing when you guys are lusting over a draft you can't even fucking see. Everyone, Andy's in another realm drafting. What I care about is this team that I'm drafting right now to win $200,000. And I need all of your guys' collective energy, moral support, Juju, not Juju Smith-Schuster, more like the vibes version of Juju. I need all of that directed toward my team. Nick Bird says, I got my phone's usage report yesterday and it told me I was on YouTube for 40 hours last week. Watching YouTube has legitimately become a full-time job. I will be sending you a 1099, Nick. Purple Yosh, I'm kind of an audio listener. I listen to YouTube while I commute, though not right now. That's right. Hands at 10 and 2, Yosh. Hands at 10 and 2. If you win, can we have a pizza party? Yeah. If I win this, what I'll do is I'll go back through the live chat and I'll see everyone who is participating in the chat. I don't know how I will contact you because I won't be able to necessarily tie a contact to your YouTube username. But if you are here commenting in the chat, you have earned a right to have at least one slice at my future pizza party. All right, what are we going to do here? We're going to keep taking running backs. I'm not taking Gerald Everett. Been there, done that. Not taking Leonard Fournette. Oof. Let's take another wide receiver. Screw it. Kind of like Nico Collins. They're going to get a quarterback upgrade this year. Kind of like what I've seen from Nico. Maybe Brandon Cooks walks. Nico Collins. Let's do it. Got to keep pissing. That's the spirit, Lunchbowl. Fuck Andy's draft. I want pizza. Is Andy promising anything to you guys over there with his winnings? I doubt it. That dude probably won't even spring for appetizers. He probably won't even have an ice cream party. Ice cream doesn't even cost as much as pizza. We're out here putting pizza on the line. C-Rock wanted me to take Mostert. It'll be really interesting to see what the Dolphins do with their running back room. Their entire running back room are free agents. Ahmed is a restricted free agent. Every other one of their running backs, Mostert, Jeff Wilson, Myles Gaskin, are all free agents. I feel like they'll bring back one of those two. Let's see here. Let's do P. Ryan. P. Ryan's a guy that I just find way too cheap in general. Like, even if you're drafting him, like, I feel like under whatever scenario, say he leaves in free agency, I think he'll have a pass catching role somewhere. Say he stays in Cincy and they draft someone, I still think he'll be a premium handcuff with a little bit of standalone value. Say Mixon leaves and they retain him and then they get boxed out of some of the running backs they want to draft. I mean, he could be the lead back. I don't know. I just feel like you're drafting P. Ryan close to his floor here. We already have a little bit of a bet on the Bengals with Jamar Chase. I don't know. I'm just a Samaje P. Ryan stan, I guess. Oh, look at this. I'm smoking everyone out of the chat that's just lurking. Chelsea says, don't usually post because I'm already threading the needle streaming at work, but I'm here for the pizza party. Everyone tried to get their name down on the proverbial YouTube blockchain to proof of pizza. I was here. Do I have any insight on John Mechie? I honestly don't. I haven't heard, I haven't read anything about him. Has there been updates? I assume he's going to be good to go for the start of the season. I legitimately do not have a John Mechie take. I mean, my take is that Mechie is a different kind of player than Nico Collins. So even if they bring in someone, their ideal configuration is probably first round rookie that they draft, Nico Collins on the outside and Mechie playing the slot. But yeah, I don't have any Mechie takes. That's going to be my homework. That's my homework. By this time next week, you guys can hold me to it. I will have developed a strong, nuanced, hot John Mechie take. That's my homework for the week. Oh, wow. The chat is getting hot for pizza right now. Hot for pizza. I will start taking attendance. Now that it is a 40-hour-a-week job, we're going to take attendance. We're sending out 1099s. And if you miss or if you're late, you are going to need a doctor's note. You will need a doctor's note. We're going to have to create a DAO to figure out what toppings are going on this pizza. And look, if I win 200,000 and I have to get pizza for 157 people who are watching and chatting right now, I might only be able to afford one topping, to be truthful. So, I mean, you guys might just have to battle it out. All right, MVP Sports here. Everyone raise your hand if you're here. Pizza timestamp. Wow, a lot of pineapple. A lot of pineapple enthusiasm. There's not too many things that I find less appetizing than thinking about greasy, pineapple-laden pizza on a Monday morning at 10:45 Eastern time. Jeff, you have a pizza place? You've been holding out on us? Oh boy, here we go. Here we go. Here come the people with the dietary restrictions. Deadhead, I can't eat gluten. I don't know why. I'm trying to get in on the pizza party. Maybe I can get Pete to order some wings. This is why this is getting out of control. Next thing you know, I'm having to get gluten-free shit. Where are the vegans coming out now? Where are the vegans? No good deed goes unpunished. Look at this. Are we okay? This is the Value Hound draft. This is the Value Hound draft here. You know what? I refuse to be tilted. No, whatever. I'm going to take Raheem Mostert. I'm taking him. You guys are just letting me scoop up the value. Look at this. Raheem Mostert, ADP of 165. Pete starts funding him his free agency status. Get him at pick 190. I promise you, I am not manipulating the room. I'm just giving my thoughts. I'm kind of so-so on Raheem Mostert at pick 165. But you let me get this guy at 190, and I'm getting on the phone with Jeff, and we're already talking about what toppings we are getting for the chat. And you know what? I'm in such a good mood right now. For all the gluten-free guys, I'll get you some wings. I'll toss in some wings. But look, I'm not getting like hundreds of wings. I'm going to get like 36 wings. You don't get to pick what flavor of sauce you want. I'm just going to get a medium buffalo sauce. All right? Beggars can't be choosers. Andy, why is Andy trying to one-up everything I do? The next thing, Andy's going to come in the chat and say he's going to start tossing in a bolognese to his pizza party. Is that what you're going to do, Andy? I'm taking Brock Purdy. I have finally reached a point in this draft and a point in my life where I cannot imagine leaving this draft without Brock Purdy on my team. Do I like Brock Purdy? No. Do I feel gross every time I select him? Yes. But every once in a while, you get sniped on Trey Lance, and you have Deebo Samuel and George Kittle, and you need to take Brock Purdy. Big cock Brock, come on down. Pizza boy Purdy, let's go. You got 99% Brock Purdy? You are sick. All right, here's the squad so far for the audio listeners who are driving, who are trying to pretend like they're working. Do I need to do like an audio version? You know how CBS used to have the fake spreadsheet during March Madness so that when you were streaming the March Madness games, you could quickly pull it up on screen, and then your boss would theoretically walk by and be like, oh no, they're definitely working on expense reports. I can see it right there in the spreadsheet, but you're actually watching March Madness in the corner. I need like an audio version of that. I need one of you. We need like a code word. You guys say something in the chat. Like you guys say, if I ever see the word David Montgomery in the chat, I know that someone in your office or nearby needs to think you're doing something else. And then I can just snap into a response to cover for you. So I see David Montgomery in the chat. I'm like, yeah, well, thank you guys all for attending this webinar. I thought this was really productive. We will be scheduling another one of these webinars Monday at 10 a.m. I think you guys have shown a lot of potential. Our SEO strategies are really ramping up. And next week, I want to dive into how artificial intelligence could impact our marketing roadmap for the 2023 year. And then once you like give me like a backslash, I know I can stop the cover. Basically, I'm going to be the audio version of that CBS spreadsheet for you guys. I'm going to make it easier for you to ditch your real life responsibilities to watch this stream. That's what I'm here for. I'm providing pizza. I'm providing alibis, providing cover. Find you a best ball streamer who can do it all. Oh no, no, oh no. I don't know how long I can do this. So, well, Christopher, that's nice because I can't spend every single stream providing cover. This is a service that I can only offer sparingly. I need you to not be the boy who cried wolf. I really need you to only type David Montgomery in the chat when you really, really need audio cover. And for a small upcharge, I can do various accents. All right, how many more picks do we have left? We have 3 more picks. We're at a 3-6-7-1 build. We're done at quarterback because we have Dak, Kyler, and Brock. We're at 6 running backs. I think I've been enjoying the 3 tight end builds. I think in this range, now that I've kind of fully punted tight end 2 and tight end 3, I'll probably go with a 3 tight end build. And then what? I'll probably get to 7 running backs. That's kind of like, I think my comfy 0 RB structure for the big board. 3 quarterbacks, 7 running backs, 7 wide receivers, 1 tight end. I don't think I need another wide receiver with this room. Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Deebo Samuel, Drake London, Treylon Burks, Quentin Johnson, Nico Collins. I'm ready to go to war with this room. I'm ready to battle for pizza with this team. I'm gonna have to get a rookie. Did someone already take Kincaid? Kincaid is screaming up draft boards. Where did Kincaid go? Dalton Kincaid at pick 193. God, I keep getting older, but these rookies keep getting more expensive, I believe is how the quote goes. My God, save some tight ends for the rest of us. What are you going to do? I think I will take Bellinger. I will take Bellinger. I dare you. Because basically what I'm thinking is week 17, Dallas is going to play the Giants. I have an unstacked Dak Prescott and bringing it back with Daniel Bellinger. 14 picks past ADP. Thank you, Logan. Logan says my energy is next level right now. Well, when you pour the second pot of Bit coffee, feel like you're shot out of a cannon. Ooh, okay. Actually, Rod, this is a nice thought. Jake Ferguson is nice in a 3 tight end build. I think Schultz leaves. That seems like a lovely thought. A lovely thought if I didn't have rookie fever and I must take Musgrave. Did I see someone say Lance Zierlein has Musgrave as this first tight end off the board? But Ferguson, Ferguson. But you know what I'm going to do first? I'm going to take my running back. I'm going to take this year's Eno Benjamin, the guy I select in every goddamn, nope, Pius took him. What? I was just winding up. I was winding up for the Pierre Strong soliloquy, and you have to do that? You're fucking sick. You're sick. That was supposed to be my pick. That was supposed to be me. God damn it. Fine, I'll take Jake Ferguson. I'll take Ferguson because I like this galaxy brain. God damn it, Paul. You see, God damn it. Mr. Blay, I asked you for the deliverables, and you're now six weeks late. If this continues, we will have an alternate performance report for you, Paul. Paul, why do you keep taking Trey Lance from me? Paul, I am very disappointed. Your lunch breaks have gone way too long. I hate this. I hate this. I'm charging more for that going forward. I'm charging more for that, Paul. For Paul to snipe me on Trey Lance, force me to take Brock Purdy, and then pimp me out into a French David Montgomery boss character. I hate it. I hate it. Oui. Oh, God damn it. Anthony Richardson, pick 176. This is Anthony Richardson price. Remember those few weeks where we were able to get Anthony Richardson's cheap? Those were the good old days. Can we get a Funko Pop in the merch store? I'm going to have to do, what would be a French piece of merchandise? Baguettes? What's quintessential French apparel? A gondolier's outfit? You guys don't have to sugarcoat it. That French accent was awful. We are at the point in the draft where there are names I've heard these names before. Like I've heard someone say Nathaniel Dell, but I don't know who that is. And have we decided, is it at Perry or is it AT Perry? I like that his name kind of sounds like a Twitter handle. You're just like, oh, it's at Perry. If I was him, I would desperately want my Twitter handle to be the actual at symbol Perry. So you could tell people, follow me at Perry. Ooh, a beret. That's a good one. That's a good one. Press here. Okay. A mime outfit. That would be good. That's how we stick it to the audio listeners. I do a full show as a mime. 0 talking, all visuals, hand selecting the picks. The audio listeners just get an hour and a half podcast uploaded into the feed, and all they hear are just the ambient noises of me clicking buttons and pouring coffee. That would be a great performance bit. You guys got a running back you like here? I could value Hound Michael Carter. Is there a rookie we like? You know what? Jerome Ford is a guy I kind of like. Anyone else I should take? Is there a rookie? Israel, Chase. I'm just going to keep the value Hound theme. Michael Carter, come on down. I find Pete as a Davis Maddock bobblehead. That's actually an incredible idea. If I could get a bobblehead made that was of me as Davis Maddock, as seen in Davis Maddock's profile picture, I would do that. I need to see if my merch provider can do bobbleheads. All right, here's the final recap of this team before we hop in another one. Let's see here. Here it is. Jamar Chase, Chris Olave, Deebo Samuel, Drake London, George Kittle, Treylon Burks, Quentin Johnson, Miles Sanders, Dak Prescott, A.J. Dillon, Brian Robinson, Kyler Murray, Devin Achane, Nico Collins. Where did you go? Sorry, my screen refreshed there. Where was I? Nico Collins, Samaje Perine, Raheem Mostert, Brock Purdy, Daniel Bellinger, Jake Ferguson, Michael Carter. Here's what I like. I like the structure. I like that I got ahead of the 0 RB wide receiver avalanche. I love my wide receiver room. I like my tight end room. I don't even mind my running backs. The stuff that I don't like, I wish I had some more stacks. Dak to just Jake Ferguson feels pretty thin, but there honestly isn't a ton of viable stacking partners for Dak that you get really excited about. I mean, if you don't get CeeDee Lamb and Dalton Schultz leaves in free agency, who are you even stacking with? Kyler Murray, I do like getting Rondale Moore with him. Rondale Moore must have gone off at a spot where I was not entertaining wide receivers. He goes at pick 144. Yeah, so if he would have come back to me, maybe I should have taken Rondale first to set up Kyler coming back. I wasn't really thinking through that because I am rusty. But yeah, I wish I would have a little bit more stacking here. We do have Purdy with Kittle and Deebo, which seems fine. But overall, I like this team. Feels like a fine team, but would like a little bit more stack stuff, I think. Let's hop in another one. Yeah, let's keep this one fast, too. I need everyone picking fast. Keep these moving along. So when I have to go take care of my child, I'm not in the doghouse because you've been drafting all morning. Thank you, Willis. Oh, baby. Influencer 101. We are back, baby. I think this is also my first Justin Jefferson share. That's right. Eat it. Looks like we got some different faces in this one here. We got Flip Flop Life. We got Mike. We got Ice Cream. Ice Cream. Vaporware, I recognize. We got Beethoven. We got G7. We got Holloman here. And Paul again from the 112. This friggin' rat. Is my 12-week-year-old daughter speaking yet? No, but we're getting close. She is laughing now, though. And it fucking melts my heart. This girl will giggle. She will giggle, and it's glorious. Ooh, another Influencer 101 for the Backward Hat Bros. Rigged! Rigged. All right, more coffee. If we're doing this again, we need more coffee. I am going to be so jacked up on coffee. Benjamin, when can people in Michigan play on Underdog? Unfortunately, I am not in Underdog's legal division. I've applied for many jobs. They said, guys, give me a sandwich board. Let me go march on Capitol Hill. Let me go knock on some doors at some of these state offices, these state houses. Let me grease some palms, slip some $20 bills in politicians' hands. I'll get these deals done. I've made that request to them, Benjamin. And they said, you know what, Pete? I think you're better suited just chugging a bunch of coffee and drafting teams from your basement. And I said, fair enough. So long story short, Benjamin, I do not know. I do not know. If there's something I can do, if there's something realistic that you think I can do, I'm all ears. All right, Nick has to go to class. Enjoyed the first draft. Everyone say goodbye, Nick. Goodbye, Nick. Man, Dan, Pete, any Phoenix area recs? I've only been to Phoenix once. So I do not think I have too many good recommendations for you. I guess I've been twice, but we were mainly in Scottsdale for the Super Bowl. Wasn't hanging out in Phoenix. Went to a really good Mexican place, but I'd have to go look it up. It was a long time ago. I'm sorry. You're gonna have to go to Google. Pete's letting you down. Pete Overbet says, have you considered setting her sound machine setting to howling woof so she doesn't wake up every time you get Mozart? I like that autocorrect. Mostert in the 15th. Maybe that's my next merch item. I come up with baby sound machines set to Peter Overzet Best Ball Sounds, featuring the howling wolf, coffee pour, and Pete's shitty French boss accent. I'm sure that would sell like hotcakes. Oh no, Omar. 2 for 2 on the overflows today. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. All right, this draft seems a little bit more normal. We do get 3 running backs going in the first round as opposed to just 1. Bijan sneaks in. Paul takes Bijan at the 1-2 turn along with Amon-Ra St. Brown. Jordan's pissing yellow here with CeeDee Lamb and Jalen Waddle. I'm sorry to all the sad boys and girls in the overflow draft, but look, I want you guys to know something. Just because you're not in the big draft, under the bright lights, getting all of Pete's commentary, you too are still special. All drafts are special. Every draft is a unique snowflake meant to be cherished and nurtured and appreciated like every other draft. Over the course of this contest, there will be 42,100. No, that's current one. Let me try this again. Over the course of this draft, there will be 112,800 drafters. Each one of you is special. Each one of you deserves attention. And I don't want you to ever think that just because you're in the overflow draft, and some people toss that around like a pejorative, the overflow draft. I want you to know that you're still valued. I want you to speak your truth. I hear you. You can talk to me about your team. Will I give a shit about it? Absolutely not. But I want you to know that you are heard. Lunchable thinks that is part of my contract. But part of my contract is saying that overflow drafts are valued parts of this community. Oh, no. No, I mean, I think the odds are the $200,000 shipper will come from an overflow draft. If we define overflow draft as drafts that I am not involved in, I think it's a pretty high likelihood that all of the other, like, what would it be? 10,000 drafts are overflow drafts. What are we going to do here? What are we going to do here? Let's see what Flip a Life does. All right, let's get our first Jalen Hurts share. Jalen Hurts slips. Oh my God, 4 picks after ADP. All right, let's play the hits. Let's get our phase. All right, we're gonna get anchor QB. We're gonna mix this draft up. We're taking Jalen Hurts and we're gonna take Breece Hall. We are going to risk the wide receiver avalanche. Jalen Hurts at quarterback, Breece Hall at running back, Justin Jefferson at wide receiver 1. We just drafted the 2023 QB 1, the 2023 running back 1, and the 2023 wide receiver 1. GG's. Thanks for participating. I told you your draft mattered, but it doesn't because it's over. It's like Mac McClung in the dunk contest. It's over. Mike Murray's been screaming for me to take a running back, and I finally did it. Finally tossed Mike a bone. Chris says this guy's filling his starting lineup like a true pro. You're right. There is a part of me that's a genre of drafter that I normally like to roast. Curious, you took 5 wide receivers before you selected your first running back. How do you expect that to work out? Well, why don't you just draft like it appears on the screen? First, you take your quarterback, then you take your running back, then you take your wide receiver. You know what? I'm going to take a tight end with my next pick. I just love the symmetry of it. Oh no. Uh-oh. Bot accusations. I will say, Dan, to defend myself, last week when the real Pete left because he spilled coffee on himself, he did go off screen. In post-production, a lot of stuff can happen. You can wind back the tape. I have not left the screen. Something to consider. Something to consider here. Shh, Dan. Shh. Value hunting Derrick Henry. Yeah. Derrick Henry goes pick 29 here. I don't hate it, Biff. I don't hate it. Tyreek Hill, T. Higgins, Derrick Henry. Did I see, was there a rumor floating around? I never dug into it. I think it must have been in one of the Discord channels. Someone said Derrick Henry to the Bills or something. Was there an actual substantiated rumor to that? Someone in the chat, let me know. My curiosity was piqued, but not piqued enough to go hunt down the rumor. But I was on Roto-World for a while yesterday when I was getting ready to write the Fantasy Life newsletter, and I didn't see any blurbs about Derrick Henry. So someone tell me where that rumor was coming from. Paul says all of his IRL friends, not many, draft by filling out their lineups. Need the Nathan Fielder meme where he's like, all of my friends pictured here just out of frame. Or it's like, here I am drafting with all of my friends just out of frame who love to draft by filling out their starting lineup first. Eric, please. Please. Mr. got CMC Debo and Hall in the overflow. That's high T right there. 3 running backs. Started your draft with 3 running backs, I hear, Mr. Ah, okay. DJ says Von Miller and Derrick Henry took a picture together. That's how the rumor mill gets started. That's how you see Larry Fitzgerald at Boston Logan Airport, and then the rumors start. Oh, wow. Vince is floating the Derrick Henry, Josh Allen QB sneak. Well, isn't it the they should do the Derrick Henry, Jalen Hurts sneak. I love how pissed off people were getting during the Super Bowl. Like, I feel like my entire feed was like, they got to get rid of this play. They gotta. It's ruining the game. I swear to God, if the Eagles are able to run for 2.5 yards on every QB sneak, I'll cancel my DirecTV subscription. I'll write Roger Goodell a letter. If they can continue to sneak the football, like it's just mucking up the play. The irony of it is these boomer takes, they're the ones that like watching running backs. That was the old school thing. You just 2.5 yards in a cloud of dust. Put the ball in your running back's belly, 2.5 yards. Watch that on repeat. These guys ate it up. And now a team's doing that and they don't like it? Make up your mind, boomers. Make up your mind. I kind of like it. I mean, it's like anything, right? The league defenses need to adapt to something that's working. I don't know, fucking load up the line of scrimmage. Get a spy there to make sure if Jalen Hurts is going high that you're getting him. I don't know. Counterattack. Come up with a way to stop it. You're just going to go to the owners and complain that they changed the rule? Let's see some gamesmanship. That's me like workshopping a take I actually have no conviction in. I don't give a shit. Tyler, you're gonna have to wind this back. Tyler, coming in here late but didn't miss it. You did miss it. All right, George Kittle, baby. Look at this. QB1 Jalen Hurts. RB1 Breece Hall. Wide receiver 1, Justin Jefferson. George Kittle, tight end 1. Look at this. But now I have to take, I wish there were more positions so I could continue to fill out my starting lineup. We did London last time. Let's do Judy this time. All right, Jalen Hurts, Breece Hall, Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, George Kittle. What a perfectly balanced roster. Thank you, Jay Chang. Chang, I don't know if you saw, but I'm drafting a big board team right now. I know you always ask, but I want you to know, right now, I am indeed drafting a big board team with $200,000 up top on Underdog Fantasy in their NFL 2023 pre-draft best ball contest. Win kickers, Underdog. Kickers are people too. Tyler says he's tuning in from a work meeting. Tyler, you're going to want to wind back the tape because there's a new service I'm offering for people just like you. And for $4.99, you can type in an accent in the words David Montgomery, and I got your back. Oh, poor Jay Chang. Down so sad. Been asking me for a draft all week, and now you're in the overflow. But guess what? Overflow drafts matter. Okay, I'm not doing that bit again. Ooh, this is a good point, MJ. We need to relish this moment right now. MJ says it feels good to not have the bye week bros breathing down our backs yet. Ain't that the truth? Because you guys know once this schedule comes out, do you know what these bye week bros are going to be doing? They're going to be showing up on your doorstep. They are going to be knocking ferociously. They are going to demand that you print out every single one of your teams, and then they are going to go encircle all of the onesie positions where you have overlapping bye weeks, and they're going to say, dead. Thanks for playing the rake. How did you not consult your farmer's almanac and know that Jake Ferguson and George Kittle were going to have the same bye week? Dead. Just know they are lurking right now. The bye week bros are in hibernation, but they are in their little caves, and they have eaten a lot. They have eaten a lot, little morsels of bye week Twitter to sustain them, and they will come out, and they will be hungry, and they will be ready to devour us. You took Travis Kelce and didn't select another tight end. They are going to freak the fuck out. What are you going to do in week 8 when Travis Kelce doesn't play? I'm telling you, these guys are out for blood. Be careful. Get your house in order. Get your table set because the bye week bros are coming. That's right, Andy. Fuck bye weeks and correlation. Actually, don't fuck correlations. Just fuck bye weeks. Fuck bye weeks. All my homies hate bye weeks. Are you trying to get me canceled, Casey? Are you trying to get me canceled? I just want you to know, just because you send me $4.99 doesn't mean that you get the... No, I'm not getting canceled. I'm not getting canceled. I'll send you a private Jamaican, David Montgomery. You guys tried to tear down Best Ball Breakfast before it even gets started. It's 2023, guys. You got to be careful out here. See, I got canceled even just thinking about it. You guys are sick. Absolutely sick. I will come at the French. You guys disgust me. You guys are just setting me up to fail. I mean, if I don't get enough first-time depositors on Underdog, this is just going to turn into Cameo. But it needs to be, I need like OnlyFans, but for Cameo, so you can't get canceled. God damn it, Lunchable. Are you Jamaican? Jamaican be horny. I'll allow it. I'll honestly allow that. DJ says, has anyone done research on advancement race on how you start a draft from a position standpoint? Yes. In fact, covered that in depth on my video last year with Michael Dubner. If you guys haven't checked out the videos that I made last year on the Deposit Kingdom channel, looked at the structural strategies, and we looked at all of this stuff. And I'm excited to update it this year as far as looking at the new batch of data for advance rate stuff. All right, I'm taking Jahmyr Gibbs again. Or I got sniped on him last draft, right? I think I got sniped on him. Give me Jahmyr Gibbs, baby. Pick 72. You're going to let me value Hound, the RB2 in this class? Let's go. Let's go. Did someone take Goddard? Goddard just went. Yeah, Goddard would have been a fun stack with Hurts. Deontay Johnson, Bateman. Give me Bateman. I like Bateman. All my homies like Bateman. That's right. Dustin's out here looking at the best interests of Best Ball Breakfast. I'm going to have to talk to Casey after this. I have to have a long, hard talk with Casey, the class clown, trying to get the teacher canceled. All right. It's Your Boy says, I'm currently in the slowest slow draft of all time. 2 days, and I'm still halfway through the first round. I will say that's ridiculous. That is ridiculous. On the other hand, you got to know what you're signing up for when you get into a slow draft, right? Like that is the deal. Like when I enter a slow draft, I'm never saying, when am I on the clock? When am I on the clock? The whole point is you enter it, and when you get the notification that you're on the clock, it's a pleasant surprise. If you want the adrenaline dopamine hit of drafting in real time, join a fast draft. I do sympathize. That's a very long time. I get it. I absolutely get it. But I just also want you to know, I mean, you signed up for a slow draft. I like the key, let's see how many slow drafts I have going on right now. See, I'm in like 6 or 7 slow drafts right now. I generally have a pick or two to make every couple hours. It's good. But I'm never going in here like, when am I going to be on the clock in the little board? Come on, AZ, pick. All right. Mamma mia. Oh, it's a Tyler. He has a nice meeting. Oh, thank you very much. Oh, this presentation was spectacular. I think we're going to absolutely surpass our Q1 returns. Tyler, you are such a good boy. You are due for a raise this year, little Tyler. Little Tyler did such a good job. Tyler, I think we put you on the fun committee. We need you to plan a go-kart outing for the office. God damn it, I hate this. Where's my draft? Where's my draft that I'm in right now? Where's my draft? Can't get canceled for a shitty Italian accent, can you? Thank you, Boatsaw. Everyone hit the like button. I'm running on fumes here. My coffee's officially out. Oh my God. Wow. Holloman is pissing yellow. CeeDee Lamb, Jalen Waddle, Mike Williams, Mark Andrews, George Pickens, Jordan Addison, Kadarius Toney, Dak Prescott. Mamma mia. That's a lot of wide receivers. Fun fact about Jordan. A few years back, it was right before the pandemic. Me and my college buddies, we always do a trip for divisional round weekend. And I convinced them to go to Biloxi, Mississippi. I just said, we need to change the scenery because we always go to Las Vegas. And I was like, I can't keep going to Vegas. Let's go somewhere new, somewhere we can play poker, gamble, talk them into going to Biloxi. I find out that Jay Holloman not only lives in Biloxi, but works at, or at least at the time, I don't know what you're up to now, works at a bar and invited us to the bar. And he was slinging margaritas for my group of friends. Got to meet Jordan in the flesh, living out there in Biloxi. Very cool stuff. Jay, are you still in Biloxi? Ashton's from Gulfport, Biloxi. Jordan, yes, elite evening. My friend, my other friend named Peter, almost broke one of your mixing glasses, I believe. It's very touch and go. I thought we were going to get you fired there. He let my friend Peter get behind the bar and sling drinks. You should have been fired for that, Jordan. I'll just tell you that right now. You should have been fired. Rand Dazzler, if we could just not critique my Italian accents right now, is that Mario strung out on meth voice? Basically, yes. It's Mario strung out on caffeine, which I guess could sound like meth. Ricky Beer's coming in hot. Where does Zach Charbonnet go in these things? Normally what? Around pick 100? Round 9-10? I believe. Yeah. ADP 94. I don't mind a nice glass of Chardonnay every once in a while, Ricky. A nice buttery Zach Charbonnet to add to a youth-laden running back room. There you go. Just went 103. Yeah, the Beau Rivage. That's where we stayed, Willis. It was a fun time. Pretty good poker room there. Sportsbook was decent. It was fun for a change of pace. We got absolutely hammered and went to the Waffle House late one night. That was a great time. You guys have probably seen the thumbnail one, the one where I'm holding up my my waffle and I maybe look slightly under the influence. That was from Biloxi. God, no, I wanted Lance. I was about to shout out Trey Lance is finally mine. God damn it. How many times do you guys have to snipe Trey Lance from me? God. That's sick. That's super sick. Ugh. All right. We're going to get another rookie. Let's get a rookie wide receiver and let's stack that bitch up. Justin Jefferson with Kirk. I'm so tilted. I know. I'm gonna be forced into a Brock Purdy stand just because you guys always snipe me on Trey Lance. Johnny, how did I do playing poker? In Biloxi, I don't believe I did well. I think I punted it off in Biloxi. You guys out here just crowdsourcing TikTok ideas for me? Shirtless Pete giving his sultry take on a delicious Zach Charbonnet. Alonzo Mourning gif. You got to pay up for that, Johnny. Dustin says, isn't everyone that goes into a Waffle House hammered? I mean, definitely during a set window of time. If you're there between like 11 p.m. and 4 a.m., for sure. I think there's people that legitimately go there to start their day. Let me pull up some photos from the Biloxi trip. Let me pull up some photos. Okay, yeah. Here's my thumbnail. This was this is from the Waffle House in Biloxi. Definitely fully put together there. This is this is Jordan with my friend Peter putting on his work shirt behind the bar around my friend Peter. Shout out Jordan. Sorry for doxing you on this one. This is something at the Biloxi poker rooms. People get really aggressive massages. I took a couple photos of that. He was getting a real aggressive massage in there. Yeah, good time. This was Jordan's bar. Had the place to ourselves. I think I have the clip too, where I was letting, I won't play this whole thing, but he's let my friend. Then he drops it.
What did you just do? Jordan takes over aisle 4. Charlie.
Goodness. Absolute shit show. Very good night. I will stop showing photos that will incriminate Jordan. Hope your boss doesn't watch this one, Jordan. Dude, I'm telling you, the massages they were getting in Biloxi were out of pocket. Out of pocket. Very out of line. The bar was sweet. Jordan, do you still work at that bar? I got to come back, man. It's been too long. It's been too long. All right. We need to speed this draft up. We need everyone start ripping off these picks. Ooh, I like that. Deposit Kingdom trip to the Beau Rivage. I still get emails from them. There's one thing hotels are good at. They get you in their rewards program, and then they will email you 3 times a day until you shed this mortal coil and die. Multi-table with the rookies and sophomores. Win Taysom. Man, Taysom is just not my dude. Are we going to do the thing I did last draft where I start fudding Taysom Hill and then he slips 20 picks past ADP and I'm forced to take him? T. Smitty takes Russ. I was thinking of just being done with quarterback, but I feel like with spending, if Russ fell to me there and I stack Russ with Judy, but Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins, I can probably punt off QB3, get another fucking Brock Purdy share. All right, so the team so far for the audio listeners, as I've gone off the rails and have started showing old videos from a trip to Biloxi. Sorry for the football bros who want me to stay on track. Quarterback, Jalen Hurts and Kirk Cousins. Jalen Hurts is unstacked. Cousins is paired up with Jefferson. My running backs are Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs. Love that. Wide receivers, Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, and then George Kittle at tight end. I think we are going to be grabbing at least one wide receiver here. I don't see any tight ends that I need to take. Let's see. Tyler Boyd is fine. He goes Elijah Moore. Patton was kind of getting me hyped on Kenneth Gainwell recently. I've also been taking a decent bit of Wan'Dale Robinson. Does anyone have anything nice to say about Josh Downs? Do we like Josh Downs? Do we like him? Ooh, that's another one. Club trip to Mohegan Sun. That one I could do. I still have not been to the new Wynn Encore here in Boston, technically in Everett, but I need to do that eventually too. Ooh, okay. This is actually a good selection. All right. This is why I need you guys, because I'm so hopped up on caffeine that I'm not even thinking. Let's get Kirk double with Jefferson and Osborne. I don't mind that. Osborne finished the season pretty strong. can you host a meetup poker game? That'd be fun. That'd be fun. DJ's going to be at the Encore on Friday. Wow. Wow. Sacrilegious has a huge Osborne boner over there. It's fun. Lunchable says, I always forget I'm 4 hours from Tahoe. Last year, we did that same buddy trip I always do. We were in Lake Tahoe, but the casinos out there suck. Not good casinos. IMO. If you're a big Tahoe casino stan, I apologize for slandering. But pretty drab, run down. Poker rooms are pretty shitty. All right, good. Nice, DJ. Enjoy your time in Boston. Just don't let it distract you from still dishing out hockey pick'em slip winners. Yeah, Tahoe Casino is really cool if you like SIGs and slots. Dude, I was tilting so hard. I took my wife's car to get an oil change the other day. And since we moved, I hadn't found a new place to get oil changes. So I was like reading a few reviews and I found this auto body shop or whatever that had good reviews. And her car reeked of cigarettes after the oil change. And I was tilting so hard. The worst. Cool story, Pete. Is Thielen still a Viking? What's his story for 2023? I don't know. Father Time is undefeated. Another slow march toward irrelevance. I'm not an Adam Thielen guy. There you go. Sacrilegious from the top rope. You can read about Thielen's story in the latest issue of AARP magazine. Boom. Mic drop. The funny thing is this year for that trip that we normally do, because I knew we had just had April and December, and I was like, there's no way I'm going to be able to swing this trip mid-January. And I knew that I was going to be going out to Arizona with Underdog for the Super Bowl. I was like, guys, I think we got to push this one out. So I'm going to be hosting all of those guys in May. So we're not going to get to sweat football, but we are going to, I think, hopefully I'll have gone to the win by then, but we'll probably head in there. I think we'll try to go to a game. I'll have to see what's going on as far as Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins. The Celtics, Bruins will be in the playoffs. But yeah, so little wrinkle there for that trip. But now these trips, I can't just go on a whim to Tahoe and to Biloxi. Everything has to be very well planned. That's what happens when you knock up your wife. David Montgomery goes at picks 137. Rondell Moore. I think Rondell Moore's price there is pretty nice. Pick 138. It's about the same place he was going last year. Or maybe he ended up getting pushed up a little bit more, right? Didn't he close around like what? Pick 105 or something? Remind me where his closing line ADP was last year. He got inched up a bit. But that price seems very fine for him. Oh, wow. Donovan says Anthony Richardson just went 1401 in the overflow draft. That is getting pricey. Wow. Johnny hasn't been to the casino in Everett, but you have a few friends that are dealers there. They constantly give you crap that you haven't gone, so you book the flight to Florida to show them how much I care. The Hard Rock in Florida is a sweet casino. That's true. Yeah, 110-ish for Rondell Moore's ADP last year. I mean, wide receiver just really dries up in this range. I do like the Rondell. I like the Wandale. The Rondale and the Wandale picks in this range seem nice. Let's see. Nothing I need to do quarterback-wise. Nothing jumping out to me at tight end. Kareem Hunt or Eli Mitchell. I've been going Eli Mitchell here. We already have Kittle. Probably going to be forced into taking Brock Purdy. Get some more Niners action. Ricky, I don't know if you heard, but a wise man once said, you guys draft Every team, like it's a $10 dynasty league. Oh. For the late arriving crew, you saw it in the pinned in the chat there. My new newsletter, the PO box did I just get timed out not paying attention? I did not realize I had back-to-back picks. It's time to shut this stream down. I just got timed out Michael Thomas because I wasn't paying attention. I need more coffee. Michael Thomas was top of the queue. How much ADP value did I get? 145. Watch this be like the best pick I make all offseason. An auto draft pick where I reluctantly take Michael Thomas. God damn it. Are we going to get sauced? No, how about we sauce myself? I just got timed out on a pick. I'm in peak form. Am I in rare form? I'm in mid-season form. Rusty form. Omar, do you think it's crazy to really push QB if you get one of the first four guys? Last round, I had a similar start with Josh Allen, JJ, and Brees, but didn't take another QB until Ritter and Trask. No, I think that's completely fine. I mean, I don't want to take Kyle fucking Trask, but no, I think it's completely okay. When I had such a big investment in Justin Jefferson as the 101, if he has a monster season, that's going to be correlated with Kirk. So I didn't mind taking that just to get the stack. But yeah, I think if you take one of those quarterbacks early, like Jalen Hurts is going to be the quarterback you use, 90% of the weeks? So punting it off from there makes a ton of sense. Johnny Football says people are still sleeping on the Pickett to Pickens stack for sure. Then you always have Warren, Johnson, or Muth. Yeah, I would say people aren't sleeping on Pickens. I mean, Pickens is going pretty high, 71. I do like Pickett, and there's enough people who don't that this ADP of 150 is very palatable. But yeah, I wouldn't say people are sleeping on Pickens. But I guess maybe you're saying that people aren't also taking Pickett with Pickens. Is Jameis still a Saint? No, it sounds like everything I'm reading is it seems very unlikely that he's still with them. It sounds like they're done with him. Jordan's drafting a fair bit of one QB. I think I'm more okay with that in Best Ball Mania. Even then, though, like I certainly understand, like if you think about everything with roster construction as a sliding scale of like, the more capital you devote to a position early, the less capital you need to devote to it later. Like assuming that sliding scale. But the way these tournaments are structured and how valuable unique stacks are, I have a really hard time only getting one QB because basically what happens is if Jalen Hurts leads you to the best ball finals in week 17, it means he had a monster week 15 and 16. And it means the majority of the finals field will also have Jalen Hurts if they get there. And I'm just using Jalen Hurts as this example. And at that point, you're really going to want that second or third QB to help differentiate you, knowing in that scenario, 50 to 60% of the field is going to have Hurts if you make it to the finals with a one QB Hurts build. So that's the only reason structurally, I think it makes sense because you devoted such early capital. But I do think you're really limiting some of your outs to first place by not having at least one secondary stack. I made a good point. Thank you, MJ. I mean, that's essentially what Pat had. I mean, he ended up having, well, he had the 3 quarterback build, but I mean, Brady was like dust all year. Ends up getting the one crazy Brady spike week in the playoffs when it mattered the most and wasn't that used. And the thing is Pat would have even ran away with it more if Daniel Jones didn't have that monster game, but there were a lot of teams that also got the big store from Daniel Jones. But yeah, that unique stack in the finals is so valuable. I had to give an educated take after auto drafting Michael Thomas. Language, Chris. Language. All right, let's not get auto drafted again here. So we're heading into the 14th, 15th round turn. I'm getting a decent amount of sleep, although you'd never know about it. I was up early this morning, though. April was up very early this morning, but I can't complain. She's been sleeping pretty well in the night. I do like Deontay Foreman a lot. I also don't mind Damian Harris. This is kind of a nice range for these running backs. Let's do Foreman. Anything else I'm missing here stack wise? I'm normally not getting these guys in this pocket just from my drafts that I've done. I'm still sitting on QB3. Don't necessarily love any of these wide receivers. Yeah, let's get some bruisers. Deontay Foreman, 10 touchdowns. Damian Harris, 10 touchdowns. Damian Harris could land somewhere fun. Damian Harris seems like the kind of back that if, say, the Bengals let Mixon walk and they want to get Harris for cheaper, getting like that bruiser back at the goal. Like I could see Harris walking into some nice situations if the Patriots let him walk. Thank you for the reminder. 2 picks in a row. I do need those reminders sometime. Cooter Doodle, not now. Auto drafting is your guilty pleasure. Oh, me auto drafting is your guilty pleasure. By the way, the Fantasy Life newsletter is back. We took a week off. Edition came out this morning. Cooter Doodle has a new series going called What Now? Cooter Doodle gets us ready for how to survive the off season. Always enjoy reading Cooter Doodle in the Fantasy Life newsletter. Free to subscribe. I got that link down below. Oh, and I was also mentioning my giveaway for the stragglers. I mentioned this during the first draft. That football right over my shoulder that I'm pointing to is signed by both of the Watt brothers. Wow, ooh, that's a little too much thigh to show this early. I apologize for that. That was not intentional. But I got these at the Super Bowl, and I'm going to give this football away to a subscriber to the P.O. Box, which I have pinned there. All you need to do is subscribe and then check out that first edition. Even if you weren't subscribed when it went out, you can still read it. And there's a form in there where you give me your name and the email you sub to the newsletter with, and you will be entered into a drawing to win this. I will bubble wrap it and ship it out to you. And I will draw that on next week's Best Ball Breakfast. So a week from today, I will do that drawing. So get subscribed to the newsletter, fill out that form in the first edition. Right now, I think people have a pretty good chance. Last I checked, there was, I think, over 100 people who had entered it. So not a bad shot at a signed football from the Super Bowl. Tyquan Thornton wins the 200K to get us even on him in DFS. I like Tyquan Thornton. I'll admit it. Can I get the screen back up? All right. Oh, man. I'm going to have to build up my draft stamina. I was shot out of a cannon for the first 90 minutes. Then my coffee ran low. I think I'm fully out of coffee. The bit pot is gone. I have to go to the bathroom. We still have 4 rounds left, but we're going to finish this strong. Got to play like a champion, draft like a champion. Chief Matt coming in hot in the chat. Michael Thomas has a lot left in the tank. God, I hope so, man. Because I'm out here auto drafting this dude. Sacrilegious says, Tyquan feels like the player that we'll be saying he's so electric when they give him the ball. If only he got more touches. The funny thing about that is what I was most impressed by with Tyquan Thornton wasn't like how dynamic and athletic he was when he was on the field. It was more that they were like going out of their way to scheme him a lot of looks. Like they were drawing up plays for him in the red zone. They were trying to get him involved. They were doing some of those, like the little jet sweep stuff. He was getting like a carry or so a game. And to me, I was like, oh, at least the team is trying hard to get him involved. But I don't know if I can remember a single play of his where I was like, oh my God, this guy is a burner. I'm trying to think of things people say when they look, this guy's a freak. Give this guy the ball. All he does is make dudes miss in the open field. I don't know if I ever had that moment with Tyquan Thornton, but If they lose Jacoby Myers in free agency, which I assume they will, I don't think the Patriots are going to pay market value to retain Jacoby Myers. I mean, they have no one at pass catcher. So I got to assume just from a volume standpoint, if they're manufacturing touches for Tyquan Thornton, I mean, this price can't be bad. Like this has to be close to the floor for Tyquan Thornton. So yes, I am on board with the Tyquan Thornton stuff, but more from a, someone's got to catch a ball unless I'm so impressed with his talent. Thank you, MJ. You know, I don't want to explicitly say I'm a hero for doing 2 20-round drafts on a Monday morning, but I do feel a bit like a hero. We are at the point where we're going to have to start crowdsourcing picks, though. I do have 2 picks here, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 after that. Any tight ends? I'm not taking dusty-ass Zach Ertz. I am not taking Zach Ertz. This feels like another running back range here, unless anyone sees anything else interesting here. Should I take Tank? Should I take the Tank? Tank Bisbee, a little value hound here. I have been liking Jalen Warren. I do really like Jalen Warren. All right, yeah, GA. Okay, we got Tank and Warren. Let's go. The overflow draft is flying. You guys are in round 20. We flipped because it was the first draft. The stream draft was the fast one. The overflow was lagging. And now you guys are taking your sweet time. I think it's flip-flop life. He's been burning the clock on all these picks. Not only did you snipe me on Lance, you're burning the clock. All right, speed it up, flip-flop. There we go. Overflow is done. So jelly. I'm so jealous. Were you in both overflow drafts? Do I need to send out refunds? I'll send you your entry fee back if you end up in 2 overflow drafts. It's the Pete Overzet guarantee. You show up to Best Ball Breakfast and you'll get to draft with Pete. Whoa, Donovan tossing out some names I really don't know. Musgrave versus Laporta versus Washington, late round tight ends. I never know who to take. I was what should I say? I was introduced to Darnell Washington on Ship Chasing. We watched some clips. Big boy, grown-ass man out there hurdling dudes. I am familiar with Musgrave because I believe Lance Zierlein has him as his tight end 1. Laporta, I have not heard of. I must admit, and if I'm one thing with you guys, it's very transparent. I'm not going to pretend like I've watched Tank Bigsby tape. And I'm not going to pretend like I know who the fuck Laporta is. But if you say he's a guy worth mixing in, Donovan, you seem like a trustworthy dude. You seem like a guy that I can tail on this. I'll start mixing in a little Laporta just for you. Can I get a comp? Is he our generation's Jelani Woods? Is he our generation's Daniel Bellinger? Can I get a comp of what I'm looking at with this Laporta? Vaporware says Pat was talking about Laporta. I don't know if you know, but I kind of just ignore him, you know? What has that guy ever won? Why should I listen to Pat Kerrane? I think that was a part of the stream where Ben Gretch and I had checked out, guys. I don't know what to tell you. And I only have eyes for one deep tight end flyer. It's Darnell Washington. The only reason you guys like Laporta is because Pat was talking him up. You fucking sheep. You sheep. Get some real tight end takes, like Google imaging a guy and finding out if you like him. That's how the real take sausage is made. Let's see what this Laporta looks like. Can't wait for me to time out on a pick after looking up Laporta. Oh, because he's a Buckeye. Sam Laporta from tight end U. You want me to pair him with George Kittle? All right. I see where you guys are going with this. Look at this little guy. Look at this little guy. Age 22, 6'4", 84, strong tight end number. Looks like a nice, beefy young boy. All right, I get it. I see it now. I see it now. Exactly, Willis. Exactly. Ooh, yeah. Who's going to be our generation's Kyle Pitts? I do think, man, because if Michael Mayer, he could go top 15 in the NFL draft. I mean, he's not going to get to Pitts levels. I could see him becoming like a 9th, 10th round pick. I mean, he went right here, pick 148 in the 13th round. If he goes to a spot people get jazzed about, I could definitely see him as like a 10th, 11th round pick. Is Michael Mayer our generation's Kyle Pitts? All right, what am I doing here? I need some tight ends. Okay. Here's my guy, Brock Purdy, QB3. Come on down, Brock. Should we get a Jelani Woods share? Looking at these tight ends, I want a second tight end, probably a third tight end, but yeah, let's do Brock and Jelani. Jelani had a couple flashes last year. Hopefully they get a nice quarterback upgrade and they cut that tight end by committee bullshit. Man, I got to pee bad. I'm going to have to think this through because last Monday I took a break in between. Or did I? No, I just changed. I think I made it all the way through too. But if I'm going to drink this much coffee, we're going to need a bathroom break in between these double drafts. I'm just going to say that every tight end that I select did play basketball at one point. And it doesn't have to be at the collegiate level. It doesn't even have to be in high school. I'm talking about like you were at a buddy's house in middle school and you guys just shot a few hoops. Like that's it. Like that counts for me. It's more about intent than it is the level you played at. I at least need a bot for when I go to the bathroom. I think that's fair. One more pick here. So let's recap the team. We have another 3-7-7-2 team. Jalen Hurts, Kirk Cousins, Brock Purdy at quarterback. Our running backs, Breece Hall, Jahmyr Gibbs, Elijah Mitchell, Deontay Foreman, Damian Harris, Tank Bigsby, Jalen Warren. That's a fun running back room. Wide receivers, Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, Elijah Moore, KJ Osborne, Michael Thomas. And then tight end, George Kittle and Jelani Woods. Chat, should I get a third tight end or should I get an 8th wide receiver with this build? Do we think Justin Jefferson, Jerry Jeudy, Rashad Bateman, Zay Flowers, Elijah Moore, KJ Osborne, Michael Thomas, is that enough? Or do we need an 8th? Do we need an 8th? We have a Brock Purdy to George Kittle stack. We have a Kirk Cousins to Jefferson and KJ Osborne stack. And we have an unstacked Jalen Hurts. There are some wide receivers here. It could relapse on a little KJ Hamler. What's going on with Philly here? Little Quez Watkins for the culture. Flip a coin. Do I even have a coin around here? I might be a broke coin boy. I don't think I have a coin around here, Chris. I could float a $1 bill or a $5 bill from the sky. All right. I'm going to float it. If it ends up heads, we take a tight end. If it ends up tails, let me switch cameras here so I can actually, here we go. We're going to get a camera here for this. Geez, another shot of my thighs. I apologize. All right, here we go. This didn't work. Gosh damn it. All right, this is what it looks like. That's tails. What did I say tails was? What an awful bit. Trying to flip a coin with a dollar bill. We're in experimental mode. That was awful. I don't even remember what Tails was. Tails was a wide receiver, I think, right? Let's do Quez. I can't leave a draft with without a stack. Willis, I would have had to go with. I know. Look, I get it. I get it. I'm still in beta, guys. I'm still in beta, working on our props, working on our accents, working on our coffee pours. Look, I promise I wasn't trying to show that much thigh. It was purely an accident. Sex sells, guys. Thighs sell. Thighs repel. Sex sells and thighs repels. I know. I tried. Someone asked me to flip a coin. I didn't want to get up and show my thighs again and find a coin. Instead, I accidentally showed my thighs and I flipped a $5 bill. Let's just forget that the last part of this stream happened. Thank you, Mr. Mister. Thank you guys for hanging out. Thick thighs save lives. Amen. Every Monday morning, we will be here to draft some best ball teams. I'm sure this week on Splash Play, Ship Chasing, we'll hop into the rookies and sophomores. I know the Badge Bros. Let me see here. Badge Bros are going to be drafting today at 1:30 p.m. Eastern. If you guys want to get more of your underdog fix, I do also recommend, even if you're not into baseball, check out our stream from last week where I drafted a dinger team with them. It was a very fun, chaotic time. I learned a lot. I don't know how much of it I retained, but I learned a lot. Appreciate all of you guys. Good luck out in those streets. Have a great week. We'll see you guys next time. Peace.